I should probably ensure that my model actually works. Which it does not currently. Fuck me. Alright. I can't explain it any other way. Any other way. I can't explain it any other way. Any other way. Do 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 do. Oh boy. Come on. Come on. Let's do this. Hi, Toast. I'm trying to get my fucking 2D model to work on the new setup. Oh my god, test, test, test. We're fucking good. Alright, let's get my IP address off the screen. The system only dreams in total darkness. Why are you hiding from me? We're in a different kind of thing now. Whole night you're talking to God. I can't explain it any other way. I cannot explain it. There are two of them on. Yep. That means that life is twice as good. That's something we love here at Regretfully Mine. How are you, Toast? Oh boy. We're going to move that, and we're going to say general notes / overview. Excel Esport Championship, I have. Hi, Thane. It's good to see you. Let's do some chores while having YouTube on the TV in the background. Fuck yeah. This is going to be a very chill and simple stream, so... How are you today? I'm all right. Yeah. Just getting my fucking head in order, but things are good. The only bad thing is I lost a 2 terabyte solid state drive with the majority of my fucking plans for a lot of things on them. Not to mention a fuck ton of programs I wasn't feeling like re-downloading. So, yeah. No, that sucks. Hopefully it gets found. Yep, and hopefully it's not found outside in the mud. Oh, well. What can you do? Oh, yeah, you can cry about it. That's what I've been doing. Anyways. So, let's take a look at this. So, what we have is I've taken the liberty of setting out some little shit, barely anything. Basically, we have our general overview of the project, what it is, what we're going to be doing, hopefully, in theory, and what we'll need. And then from those notes, we will extrapolate our general scheduling that we expect to have, the personnel required, potential people for those if we have any, and not adjusted, but pricing if possible. We're going to try to ensure that we're not utilizing a bunch of volunteer labor. I understand that it's probably going to be necessary because I'm not a big corporation. I'm literally one dude, but you know, I would like to pay people what they're worth. And if it is feasible, we will do that. I don't think it will be, unfortunately, but we're going to try. We've got our general equipment list, which, you know, it'll be similar to personnel. We'll have what we've got from our use. We've got, you know, what we can potentially purchase, rent, otherwise, and options for doing that. In fact, fucking insert, that's a note. God damn it. And then budgeting, where we're going to be like, hey, how fucking much will all of this cost us? And is it realistic for us to actually do this? We will make a separate budget for volunteering. In fact, beep boop. Where it's like, hey, if I'm kind of a piece of shit and decide, hey, I literally cannot afford to pay people, then that'd be like a best case scenario if everything works out with that and everyone's cool somehow, which I know fucking gas prices. Y'all should not be cool with that right now. All right. So, let's start off. I'm sorry, even though we don't fucking need a table, I'm putting in a table just because it fucking looks nicer to me. So, realistically, what do we actually want to get out of this? We are making a 1 to 2. Actually, I want to say 3 to 5 if we're getting everyone out there. Minute video of Peddles being pursued by a knight, dueling them, and or the question is, which would we want to do? Would we want... There's two big ones that I want done. We've got the pursuing Peddles, which, Peddles fights a knight and, wins by being Peddles. In other words, doing cheap shit. And then, we have some unexplained but still relevant lore shit that does play into future streams. Or do we go for the intimidation of Falstein, where it's Ledger bringing Falstein into his tent and being like, hey, I know what the fuck you did. For anyone unfamiliar, let's go through that. Let me just go to the war room. I think if I type in the words cringy, it will show up. Yep, there it is. Where I attempted to write it as if it was, I don't know, like this is how it would play out in my head, which it is not proper format or anything. You know how it goes. I'd have to properly mix things into a script and all that, but we'll deal with that. So let's start off with, like, Falstein, he's younger gentleman, but he's experienced enough. Got his glasses. He's a little shy with it. Wants to do good He wants to do good in the third. And he thinks that he can. And then after after the siege of Valnheim and the relief of Eship, Ledger's group decided to, after Peddles helped them, decide to be like, nah, you fucked us over at Valnheim. You're a prisoner now. Get fucked. And then Falstein was actually the one to give Peddles the key to his cell to facilitate the escape from Vashanook Pass. I don't know what you're doing, Mr. J, but fucking the door is there. Anyways, I don't know if that's supposed to be insulting, but I'm assuming it is with some of the company I've had lately. Anyways, it will get worse because we're doing cringy shit. So, yeah. Falstein was assuming that he did all that shit stealthily, but big surprise, Ledger's whole thing is that he fucking knows. So, Falstein enters to find Ledger sitting at his desk. It's gonna be basically a war tent, you know, like there's some nice stuff in there, but largely it's things that they can set up easily. Falstein enters to find Ledger sitting at his desk. Oh, you're doing a cringy roleplay thing. Well, we're doing a cringy roleplay thing too, but the only difference is, don't do yours here. Wow, I sound like a dick. So yeah. Ledger's office / tent would have a bunch of shit that's fairly, what is it? Okay. Let's just click that. Okay. There we are. Yeah, for anyone who's not really familiar with basic social conduct in a public place, I'll give you a tip. Typically, randomly starting a fucking roleplay in someone's chat isn't appreciated. So don't do that. Holy fuck, parenting is a dead art. Anyways, apologize to give you shit, sir. Don't do that again, please. So yeah. Fucking Ledger's office. Hi, Wilku. What are you doing? I gotta go to work. Then fucking go to work. I'm sorry, I hate to bring things back to the person, but they literally spelled teleport as tell-a-port. As in speak to a fucking marine vessel docking station. What the fuck? Sorry. that fucking baffles me. Shrink wrapping boxes to put in storage for the move. What's going on? We are going to try to budget out an actual thingy. I think we are going to do the interrogation, or not interrogation, but the intimidation of Falstein. So yeah. I'm gonna restart my point again. Ledger's fucking tent. It's, you know, he tries to, and I'm saying most of this for my benefit to try to figure it out in my head. Hi, Skull. He would have semi-ornate shit, like You know, it'd be a nice enough tent. Paige, this is all stuff that you've already seen. Don't worry. Yeah. We'll figure it out. Props required for this would be, you know, it explicitly says for once his office is oddly clean. So it would just be the fucking sword on the table. Felstein enters to find Ledger sitting at his desk. For once, it's oddly clean. Ledger's lying back in his chair. You know, the sort of lazy thing. Do you need a better description for Felstein? No, purely because I'm going to modify it as needed to fit what we can actually get on hand. So, Felstein stands at attention, waiting to be invited to sit. Instead, Ledger stands and begins slowly pacing the room. And then, quiet chuckle, closes his eyes, and begins. Speak only when given permission. I will get my point across one way or another. Is that clear? Good. Then he leans on the desk and takes out a fucking flask. In this line of work, there's a world out there. And a world in here. And if you're gonna save one, you're gonna end up hurting the other. I say holding the flask up to the light. It's a fucking tent. There's no light. You know? Like, we would need lighting from the outside of it. I know already that filming during daytime outside is kind of terrible because, you know, the sun moves. So realistically, unless we've got a, you know, no, because, I think we'd be able to make it work. I want to say we would. Yeah. Dark hair, glasses, and tired eyes. Got it. And a kettle hat. So, Ledger refuses to make eye contact, holding the flask up. You know. Pulls out a handkerchief from his pocket, begins to polish the fingerprints from it. I know what you did at Vashanook. I know you took my keys. And I know you let the prisoner out. I know you allowed that entire break to happen. And he looks over, and I think I know why you did it. But I don't think I need to. And he drops the flask on the floor with that. I don't know if that would be the best stage direction with it. I don't know if... Fuck. Would we want him to slam it down on the counter? Or just toss it to the side sort of thing? Because while it'd be, you know, more quote-unquote cinematic to have him just do that sort of thing, I don't know. Toss to the side seems more casual if you want him to seem more laid back. Like, with this, he's trying to get his point across that it's like, I know what you did, and I know why you did it, but this is my fucking crew. You're following me. So, I don't know if slamming it down to be like, fucking listen, or throwing it to the side to be like, I think I know why you did it, but I don't think I need to. Then just tosses it to the side to emphasize the I don't give a shit about that. You know what? After saying that out loud, yeah, I think the casual throwing it to the side would be the best. Hi, Kraken. So he throws it to the side, and then throws it to the side, and then unsheathes his sword, points it at Falstein. There's a moment of tension, and then Ledger cracks a smile, and then moves back to take a look at the blade. Nice model, isn't it? Got it after our outing in Salito. Lost a lot of good men that day. We're gonna lose a lot more. And he glares at Faustine, being like, hey, thanks to you, we're probably gonna fucking lose more. That's the thing, though. Loss is something you minimize, never fully prevent. Every equation we do has a minus in there somewhere. And I think you understand that. And Ledger tilts his head, waiting for a response. And then Falstein just slowly, like, little nod. Ledger places the sword on the table and just says, pick it up. Go on, pick it up. Feel that weight. Heavy on the end. Too far forward. Made for chopping. Brutish, but effective. And with this sort of thing, I'm like, the whole pulling the sword out and then pointing it at him and then waiting for him to either crack or react. And it's like, oh, you didn't. Good man. That's where he smiles and examines it, starts talking about it. Feel that weight. Heavy on the end. Too far forward. Made for chopping. Brutish, but effective. And that's where Faust, he he starts his threat, and when Falstein doesn't react poorly, he's like, okay, here's a measure of trust. Pick up the sword. And feel it. And then I have it to where Ledger gets slightly interrupted. You know, he's on a roll, he's feeling like he's doing something, and then, you know, there's shouting and cheering outside. Just the boys at the fire or whatever. And Ledger's just like, fuck's sake, okay. What you've done is punishable by 25 to life. Or your life. If you had the money, they might let you pay a fine, but we both know that's not happening. Ledger points to the desk, and Falstein doesn't move. Ledger cocks his head again, like, are you really fucking sure you want to do that? Falstein places it on the desk. Ledger gives him the approval. You want to save lives, you're going to be sorely disappointed. You want to minimize harm? You'll be disappointed. Because the only way to win this game is to not play. And even then, well, you won't get too far. Ledger steps in front of Falstein and begins flipping through an atlas on the desk. What I'm trying to say, Derek, is that you're a good man in an industry for very, very bad people. The atlas lands on a page that details Valheim. You're going to be sent in. You're going to work with the prisoner you allowed to escape. You'll ensure Valheim organizes the worst defense it can. And you'll do it in a way that minimizes casualties, as you always do. You put the people of the city above all else. Derek glances, and Ledger puts a hand on Derek's sternum, almost like a fucking romantic thing, and then, accept! And Ledger fucking grabs him by the collar there and pulls him up. And Derek, like, actually resists that. And then after getting that word over, kind of loosens the grip a little. You're going to save this world, not that one. He lets him go. Not like a push let go. He lets him go. He looks down at the book. There will be blood. But there will be blood anyways. Bottom line, I can't win this without someone on the inside who gives a shit about the people around him. And I sure as fuck won't be making any more abominations to compensate. I know neither of us want that. Shuts the atlas. Extends a hand. How about it, Falstein? Want to take the Faustian deal? I am the devil you know. And that's the scene. Murmuring, that's not helpful. I kind of poured my heart into that. Excellent fucking reaction to that, I guess. Damn. Bad timing? Extremely bad timing. Still can't believe I had to tell you what that deal was. Yeah, well, yeah. So, with this, we need 2 actors. You know what? Let's fucking budget out this one. Of the intimidation of Faustine. So, Ledger and Faustine meet in Ledger's tent / office. It's okay, Murmuring. Instead of the pillory, you can help by being a productive member of the conversation. That sounds passive-aggressive. I don't mean it as that. So Ledger and Faustine meet in Ledger's tent or office. And Ledger proceeds to threaten Faustine and then try to coerce him. Not coerce. Convince him to work with him. There's one part of this that I do need to change with it. Like with this, he's like, hey, you want to do all this shit? Shit's gonna suck. And then immediately after, he's like, hey, you'll do it in a way that minimizes harm. Yeah, Murmuring. There's a world out there. And there's a world on this stream. And it's okay. You can decide that the world out there that appreciates the shit jokes out of nowhere, that's the world for you. That's okay. You wouldn't be the first, and you won't be the last. But you only get one of those worlds. And if you fuck with me, Murmuring, you're only going to have one of those worlds left. Anyways, so... So yeah, I will have to alter this second part. The wonderful thing about digging a hole is that you can always go deeper. I'm here to hand you a shovel. Okay, man. Don't be mad. I love you, Murmuring. I don't want to make you mad. What is this? Join a call. Oh. I'm just confused, if anything. Yeah, no, the whole thing, Murmuring, is that the thing I just did towards you is essentially what happened in this scene I was describing before you made the poop joke. Yeah, I'm not actually mad at you. So we are going to have position. We are going to have description. We're going to have the rate. We're going to have the hours required. Hello, Dark. Have a nice day. We're going to have potential options. And then we're going to have a surprise column in case I think of something else I need. So, we need Scott Ledger. We need Derek Faustine. Physicals is dark hair, glasses, and I'm not going to say tired eyes. Not yet. So, how's your morning? It's iffy, but we'll make it work. How are you, bud? Now, I understand that specifying male actor isn't entirely proper with it. What I'm saying is the character themselves is male, so I need the actor to be able to present male if needed, which is needed. Honestly, I think Cassian would be perfect for it if they're able to make time. They did mention that they'd be down. I didn't quite get their hair color, but yeah. Oh, in fact, give me a message. Or give me a second. He's also kind of slim. Okay. I'm making a thingy and... no, I don't need to send them a message right now. This is purely hypotheticals. Okay, beep boop, bang. So, we need camera. Now, I would prefer to have 2 camera, but oh, whoops. That's the one. Okay, so yeah. Camera 2 would be largely for special / emphasis. I'll just put special angles, but y'all know what I mean. We have audio mixer, which I've done productions where we don't have one, but fuck, I would much prefer if we did. I don't know if we'll do boom hand. I think we'll do lapel mics. Yeah. Oh, I'll just put audio. Audio mixer comes afterwards. And because it's like something we could go without, but we shouldn't, I'll put them in yellow. We need someone for lighting. That is not optional. It's gonna be fucking absolutely required. And director, like, I don't know. Everyone thinks they can fucking direct. Very few people can. I am one of those people who thinks they can direct and typically can't. I can do voice direction, but realistically, I'm not the correct person for it. I say that, but like, if I'm not involved in the scene, I can do it. If I am, then shit sucks. I can't. Okay. And then of course we need setup. I'm going to say at least 2 people for setup. Granted, one of them would be me. Yeah. Fuck, I've been out of the industry way too fucking much, because in my brain I'm trying to think of the rates, and it's like the last time I actually worked on a movie with the money, indie movie, but still, was in 2021, I want to say. And you know, cost of living's gone up fucking massively, so okay, budgeting is what the stream is said to do, and I think that's the main thing that we're going to fuck up with if we're trying to. Equipment. We have not position, but we have our type. We have our preference for like if we have a specific model we want. we're going to have rate. We're going to assume that all equipment will be required through the entire shoot. So I'm not going to put hours required. We have owned by regretfully mine. And if it is, then, you know, in fact, we won't put NA, we'll put 0 just so that it's good. Potential options and a secret one. So, we will need camera 1. We will need camera 2. And you know what? Beep. Boop. Lights, camera, the set, costumes off the top of my head. Yep, you are correct. So we got camera 1, camera 2, we got audio recorder. We've got mic / accessories. We have got since I have the spot picked out for it, we should be good for what we we'll be good for power in that, because you know we'll bring our feckin' cameras and batteries and shit, but also it'll be fairly close to regular stuff. Fog machine, there won't be fog required. Literally all the scene is Falstein comes into Ledger's war tent. Ledger intimidates him and is at the end of it like, hey, bad shit is gonna happen. You're gonna be part of that bad shit, or you're gonna fuck off. Need extra batteries for snacks. I will do catering afterwards, because we do need to. I mean, I say catering, it's gonna be, we have a bunch of fucking snacks. Because yes, we do need full-on snacks, water, shit like that. Bug spray, my fucking god. We need, whoops. We will need lighting gear, which obviously from that description you can tell I'm not very familiar. What's this? We are attempting to make a live action version of the Intimidation of Falstein. Cooler might prove useful. Oh yeah, no. Basic stuff like that, yes. What the fuck else am I thinking? Fuck it. We will put catering. I'll put water separately. And bug spray, because holy fuck. Costuming for Ledger. And costuming for Falstein. We'll need the war tent. We're going to insert a column to the left. which is going to be description/timeline. I say timeline specifically for the war tent thing. It's August. Little buggers are everywhere. Yep. Falstein knows about the journal. You should have Ledger's book somewhere. Oh, fuck, you're right. We're gonna have war tent furnishings. I'm going to include Ledger's sword as just part of his costuming. Going to... no, we don't know for sure if it'll be on set specifically. It'll have to be, actually. It'll absolutely have to be now I think about it. Because with the fucking lighting and my budget, yeah. Oh, well, we'll make that work. Okay. If we think of other things we need. So. Bottled in a cooler. Rate/cost. Time me and a few schoolmates wanted to film a movie where one guy just used his father's expensive camera to film us fucking around in slow motion. Nice. Oh, I put 0 on the ones that are owned by Regretfully Mine because I don't think we're going to have people investing in this. So the cost of that is not going to be paid to me. It's just going to be something I'm doing for the good of the game. Unfortunately. Again, this one will be yellow because we don't know for that. Potential options. I have a Sony that's decent enough, but it's definitely not our preferable option. For the recorder, we're going to have the thing I use for streaming that I've also used on 2 major productions. We're going to have a Zoom H5. Preference, we are going to have lapel mics. 1 boom if needed. Catering, it's literally just gonna be fucking, you know. We're gonna have fucking lunch. / dinner, probably. Oh, you know, one thing I didn't consider. Lodging. This is not... That's the problem with budgeting shit out. It's not even the stuff itself that you need for filming that'll get you. It's the fucking overheads. Like, sure, you can be, hey, my buddy has a fucking... my buddy has stuff. That's fine. But, yeah. That's not great now I'm thinking about it. Camping? I mean, yeah. It's definitely an option. But telling people... no, but... Fuck, this is oddly difficult with it. You are right. That is absolutely an option. And, like, you know, I've got the fucking setup for it and everything. There won't be a problem, but, you know, you can make a thing of it. Yeah. You get to sleep in Ledger's tent. Join them camping. Have a fire. You might be right, Kat. I think you might be completely correct. Marshmallow s'mores. Yeah. Sounds like a fun way to spend the nights. Yeah. No, that is true. Oh, and also, in post-production, we're going to need an editor, which is most likely going to be swag. Wasn't this scene set during the winter? Early winter, yes. That's why most of, well, pretty much every bit of it is going to be um inside the tent so that we don't have to worry about that. Yeah. We're going to hand wave the fact that, oh, the, shit would be cold and all that. Although, oh, but my fucking, the war tent does have a spot specifically for a chimney / furnace. We'll see. But yeah, that's a good. I'm gonna write that down just to make sure. Scene is canonically set in early winter. Good catch. Very good catch. Personnel, audio. Can be preset if necessary. Not preferable, but it is necessary. Then we will do it. How the fuck do I get this so that it just fucking wraps the words? Make me bleed if you need to confirm that it's something I can do, and I'll paint it red. If you're still unsure, let me lie for a day before they formally announce me dead. When I'm gone, cast the bronze of a bust of my head to be displayed in the library. Engrave that I gave my consent to be anything that anyone prefer I'll be. That's a good point, Wilku. Monitor audio levels. Lighting. Ensure light stays consistent and thematic. Director. Provide stage direction to cast and crew. Setup 1. Literally set up tent and prepare set catering. When are you trying to do this? Undetermined currently. Right now, we're just working out what we need and how much it would potentially cost us. Prepare set, catering, fucking... In a perfect world, they would assist in putting on armor. And also, the setup would be, like, these guys would also help with whoever fucking needs it, because, spoiler motherfuckers, this would not be a union job. Meaning you can do things outside of your specific role, which can be good and can be bad, depending on who you're working with. I'm hoping that if it's with me, it's not bad. I'm going to put myself as the secondary potential. There. And if something is charged as a day rate, we will have it colored blue. One time green. Wilku, I think I am going to just do Ledger as me. Quite a few people have seen me at the Ren fairs without my helmet and that. And enough people tell me I look pretty. So I'm not as insecure as I used to be. So, insert a blank table. No. We're going to have it equals so we have item, we have cost, we have units, and we have total. So cost is going to equal the rate the units is going to equal the hours required. Oops. And this is going to equal this times this. So let's plan for a 12-hour shoot. I don't believe it. Let's go 10 because this is an oil field. And I'm going to assume worst case scenario of 16. It's not realistic, but you know. If I were to throw everyone at minimum wage in Alberta, and this will be budgeting gear. Fucking capitalize it. So, well, no, stop it. No. How do I fucking hide it? I'm gonna say total. No. Total. And then it'll equal whatever is in column D. No. Fuck. What is it? Sum of column D. So, as it stands, if I were to pay everyone except for myself minimum wage for a 10-hour shoot, it would cost me $1,440. $1,440 Canadian just to pay people. That's one 10-hour day without talking about lodging, which honestly makes making them go camping a lot more pleasant of an idea. No. Can I? Oh, I can just duplicate this. Okay. Okay, budgeting gear. It's actually going to be delete these. They'll actually be equal to equipment. That the cost will be equal to Did I not fucking put in the... I didn't yet. Okay. Whatever. That's fine. That's fine. Camping is cost efficient and fun. It's certainly cost efficient. Okay, so I'm going to assume that we're going to pretend right now that this would all be one fucking day. Realistically, would it? I don't fucking know. Catering, how many people do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. Fucking hell. I'm just gonna assume 400 and call it a day. We'll assume 40 bucks there. We'll assume 40 there. Falstein. It all depends on what we can really get for Falstein's gear. Because, like, they could just run my gambazin that I've got, but a kettle hat's definitely gonna be an expense. I'm gonna put 400 and call it a day. That's probably an overshoot for catering. Maybe. Maybe. 10 people. Yeah, you're right. I'll go 260. Lighting gear, I do not know. Camera, I do not know. That I do not know. I'm gonna pretend that camera 2 is just borrowing mine. Ledger's book. I think I got some war tent furnishings. That's... I don't fucking know. It's literally just gonna be fucking a desk, probably a bed to show in the background, or a bed frame. I don't know. So give it a 500 and call it a day. Campfire stuff, easy 120 in Canada. And camera 1, I'm just gonna assume 200. This is just me putting in fucking numbers, so don't be too worried. Cost cost will be equal to that. Units will be equal to that. Marketplace has cheap desk and crap. That's true. That's actually very true. So, for the... Oh, wait, forgot lighting. Put in 300. Why not? So, we're looking at approximately 1860. And, you know, I'm gonna say USD total equals sum of that and that. There we go. So, currently we're looking at 3,300. Assuming that I am paying everyone the bare fucking minimum, telling them to go fuck themselves for gas, and then also, you know, borrowing fucking anything I can. Whew. And that's assuming 1 day of scheduling. Because if that's another, then we are adding on another fucking 1440 plus not all of this. It would probably only be let me just see. Total of daily. Equals sum of that. So our daily expenses would probably, you know what? I'll change that to blue just because if we have multiple days, then yeah. So we would have 1440 plus 1860, and that's our startup, which would just be 3,300. And then each additional day would be that plus 1440 plus 800. And you guys wonder why people get mad about timelines. That's a fuck ton of money for one guy. The worst part is I have to shell out this amount regardless because, like, fucking, if I'm not going to at least pay them a wage, I am going to cover gas, and that's going to fucking be this price. So that 1440 is non-negotiable. In fact, it's probably going to be a lot more for editing. Yeah, We'll put swag as a 20. Yeah. Make me bleed if you need to confirm that it's something I can do, and I'll paint it red. If you're still unsure, let me lie for a day before they formally announce me dead. When I'm gone, cast the bronze of a bust of my head to be displayed in the library. Engrave that I gave my consent to be anything that anyone prefer I'll be. Yeah. Would you be providing lunch and supper most likely? Yep. That's why the catering thing is... Fuck, I only accounted for lunch there. Yeah, no, I'm going back to the 400 estimate. I would rather assume too much than assume not enough. So, $3.5 grand minimum for a one-day shoot. And that, in my brain, makes sense if we're having that many people. Now, have I done shoots on less? Abso-fucking-lutely. I have done skeleton crew of 2 people for similar. It was fucking annoying. But that drops our total cost to about $470-ish for that. Catering is going to be $40 instead of $400. Camera one, it would just be what I had, so that's nothing. Yeah, like, people are expensive. Breakfast the next morning after camping. Fuck me. All right. You are correct. Fuck me. And like, you look at the 600 and you think, fuck, that's a lot. And you think, we have 10 people. If I feed 10 people each a $20 meal, that costs me $200. So now I'm going to do that 3 times. That's going to be $600 for me. And if you're thinking, oh, well, just don't fucking spend that much on them. These people are doing work for me. It ain't just a fucking act when I'm like, hey, treat your guys right. It's like, no, that's something that I fucking stand by. So, as much as it might fuck me over a little, that's what I'm doing. Now, if we were... You can get away with 300 depending on how you do it. You beat your residents, so able to cook. Yes, that is very true. I am assuming a worst case scenario, but you are absolutely correct. We could definitely have supper made for everyone and shit would be nice. Then there's a safety aspect where it's like, now I have 10 people who know where I fucking live. But now, cross that bridge when we get to it, I guess. Hopefully no one's that much of a piece of shit for that to become a problem. Oh, would you look at that with our catering differences and swags, little more realistic raise. We're up to almost $4,000. So, now that we've got that taken care of, we've got another thing to consider. How do we fucking get that? And I'm going to tell you. We're going to keep attempting to work with other fairs and shit. We're going to keep trying to find reliable brands to work with that won't fuck you over long term. We are going to well, accept a heavy donation from Regretfully Mine's main actor. And we're going, I say main actor, only actor. And then we're going to well, keep growing the channel as necessary and hopefully find a rich person who thinks the shark looks hot and throws money at it. Realistically, I could do this right now. It would be a bad fucking financial decision. There are a lot of suspiciously wealthy furries. It's not suspicious. They work in the fucking tech industry. One of the lead guys who did the fucking Pfizer vaccine for COVID is a huge furry. Flip Peddles helmet, ask for change. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. I should. I wonder, actually, is there anything on this equipment list that I can fucking put on my throne? 1 second. Amazon's gonna ask me to sign in. Oh, fuck yeah. We can just fucking get a cheap fucking kettle helm for Falstein. God, the further I go down, the... Just fucking load that up. It's hand wash only. Brand generic. Nice. Let me click and see if Throne kicked me out. It did. Cool. Thanks, guys. Never mind. It unkicked me out. We're gonna fucking add that. So yeah. Y'all can now help me get Falstein's helmet. Again, this is not a guarantee of ensuring that this project comes to life. I want to make that very clear. But it would help. Okay, he's got a Gambazin. Like, I don't see Falstein as the sort to be wearing plate outside of combat. He just doesn't seem... And the boots are very anachronistic. Half of it's gonna fucking look like cowboy boots at the end, to be honest. I've got a spare set of puttees, so we can deal with that. Yeah. Oh god, deads. Is this just gonna be a bunch of random shit? Yep, it is. It's your fantasy saying to handwave anachronisms. Yeah, I still want to have it somewhat good, but there are times where it's just like, fuck you, buddy. I only have so much. Can I get a crossbow on Amazon? Okay, let me rephrase it. Can I get a medieval crossbow? Ooh. Not really. I do know a guy who can build them. What if I just search up halberd? Is it gonna give me a fucking halberd? It keeps giving me these fucking ones with the crosses in it, and it's like, okay, the third isn't Catholic, and although a lot of the stuff we do directly references Christianity and that, it's not what I'm going for, so please don't. I should just get some fucking generic Spalders and that. I think that would help with a few thingies. Because I don't need it to be great or anything. I just need it to look generically medieval enough in the moment. And usually I know that these Amazon brands come pre-rusted and pre-damaged. So, you know. Fuck it, we'll throw this on there. Just in case. But I don't think it'll get hit or anything. Do they come pre-circle shit? We will find out. Yar scissor me jack. I still can't believe nobody's bought me a pork shank from the States. You guys should do that. Look at that. It ships frozen. Oh. I wonder how frozen it can stay. It can come from Western Kentucky. Oh, Chud's Barbecue. Is this a meme? Why the fuck are you... Why do we have 5 people looking at me look at Amazon shit? Never mind, that sounds cool as fuck. Never mind, we're good. Brain not working! Chad's Barbecue sounds like a meme. Also, I should put 200 and then 3 units. That way it's more accurate. Chad's Barbecue. Yeah, but isn't a chud something bad? I feel like if you're a chud, people don't like you or something. It's like a fuck my chungus life sort of thing. Am I misremembering that? I typed chud. Oh, I see. You know what? Let's find out. Tell me, almighty AI, use up my water. Oh. I'm too fucking powerful for Google's AI. I'll fucking win this fight for all of us. Never mind. I'm screwed. Does he hate anyone? Spoiler, I do. There's no public drama, feuds, or hatred towards anyone. Oh, yeah. What is his orientation? I literally have a pansexual thing on my vest nowadays. What Renaissance fairs has he been to? Fuck yes! He's publicly discussed attending and supported local events in Western Canada. Most notably the Edson Renaissance Fair and the Camrose Medieval Fair. You're goddamn right. Yeah, I can't comprehend being pan. Yeah, it doesn't think that yeah. Also, does the Edson Renaissance Fair, does it have like pictures of me now? Probably doesn't right now. It has the sponsor. Fuck yeah. Also, fuck yeah, Smitties. You got good taste in things to I almost said promote / support. For a second, I thought that was showing my location, and I nearly cried. What is Eddie's Artisan Market? Hey, it's fucking Grey Wolf's Den are the people where when I won the Camrose costume contest thing, they give you 50 chocolate coins, but then they're also like, you can redeem these with any of the vendors and treat them as if they're $1 Canadian. That's cool as fuck. So I went to these people and I was like, hey, I anything I want, I can get. Can we just fucking the next kid who comes in here, $50 off whatever they want? Like, you know, money's tight for parents and that. I get it. My sister's a fucking parent right now. So, yeah. And they did that for me. It was really nice. Dragon's Head Pub, we had a fucking great time in there. Friday night, I stood where good old Lothar was standing there. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna fucking sing. And then I did, and I forgot the words to Leave Her Johnny, and I sang it in the wrong octave because I was getting fucking terrible stage fright. And then this absolutely gem of a person started fucking singing the next verse, and we were able to finish it together. Yeah. Edson was so fucking wonderful to work with. Excluding the parking lady. I don't think I'm out of line saying that one. But yeah, no, they're fucking great. Oh, it straight up tells you, like, hey, where the thingies are happening. Or have happened. A recurring gag where a local kid always tracks him down to hit him with a stick. That's not a gag. I need to figure out who this kid's parents are. Because this kid's been a problem. Thankfully, he hasn't hit me with a stick while I'm in the shark gear, but when I went as full knight in Vagreville last year, yeah, no, that was apparently, yeah, no, I was genuinely angry at a child. Big surprise knowing me, yeah. Cameras, done stuff. Cameras, I actually didn't do a bunch of stuff that was documenting it, which fucking sucks. With Edson, I was just having a good fucking time. I was alone for a lot of it, so I didn't have a handler taking pictures for me or anything. Vagreville, I had, a bunch of people. Edson, I had Yorick, and I had Ty, and things were good there. But yeah, Camrose, I went pretty much fully solo, and it meant I fucking hung around a lot. I was able to interact with anyone I wanted and waste as much time doing as much stupid stuff as I wanted to. But yeah, that can be dangerous. It absolutely can be. I know my limits and I do not go near them. So I feel I'm largely safe and I'm not above, taking off the helmet to walk somewhere if I need. If you're gonna be dumb the smart way. And that's what I try to do. And yeah, the Edson Ren Fair, they gave me a less than thrilling response with it, where it was just, hey, email us, or not email us, contact us on our site. Which, I mean, fair enough, you gotta have a system, but it's... I can tell you don't know who I am. Hurts my soul, man. Gotta be dumb, you gotta be tough, but I'm not tough. I'm not tough. What is his 3rd battalion? Does this thing know what it's doing? Okay, thank fuck, it actually... Okay, it only... Hey, Ty. Good to see you. To be yeah. It's not an actual battalion. Thank you, Google. You're very good at this. What are some recurring regretfully mine jokes? We've got to have this. Less successful? That's not a joke. The welding auditor? I'm not a welding auditor. I'm a welding inspector. Getting beaten with sticks? That's not a joke. That's just some fucking kid who hit me with a stick. A child will... I understand that, you know, AI will just make up shit when it doesn't know. Like... A child will inevitably spawn with a wooden weapon to challenge him. No, it's just that one specific kid hit me with a stick one time, and the rest was fairly rude. To the point of I gave him a sticker at the fucking Vegreville Fair, and then I went up top to, like, just get a breath of air. You know, I got in the top of the bleachers where no one would bother us. And this kid tracks me down, climbs up to the very top to just tell me, hey, you know that sticker that you gave me? Hey, I traded it away. Like, oh, okay. Well, I won't give you another one then. like, what the fuck am I supposed to respond to that with? Find out who his mom is. Your revenge will be clear. Oh, God. I do have an inkling of who it might be, and if it is, that's unfortunate. Like, I think I know the kid's parents, and if, like, I know them just as people. Laura's a random kid just decides to hit Peddles with a stick. Yeah, that's what this fucking thing thinks. Well, fucking tell me more recurring jokes. Typically, it'll just fucking repeat itself, but get more fucking unhinged. Oh, whoops. No. A huge running joke is that Peddles is the ultimate passenger princess, forcing Yorick to drive while Peddles serenade. No, I was fucking driving. I drive Yorick around. God fucking damn it. Shark guy eating batteries. Okay, that's good. Femboy tag baiting. It's not really baiting. I am attracted to male identifying men who enjoy, you know, having feminine traits and dressed. We're not going into that. Yeah, only buzz. Okay. Tell me more of them. Let's see just how far this goes. Fight thirst by drinking water. Oh, so it just fucking... It's really scraping bottom of the barrel. Yeah, no. Don't fight each other. Fight thirst by drinking water. Yorick is driving now, yeah. The funny Sharkman stream is not normally the time or place. You know, yeah, don't fucking don't trauma dump in my chat typically. I promise you, if you want to go toe-to-toe for trauma, I might not beat you, but I will fucking match you. And then we're both going to look like really fucking sad people. It's not going to be a good scenario for either of us, so I prefer we don't do that. You know? Stolen Valor. What? Stolen Valor? What the fuck? Do not the Garfield. Oh yeah, the bald ice cap fashion police. What the actual fuck is this? A character wore an ice cap. The hat looked tightly fitted. This is just fucking Undertale. It made him look bald. Now, whenever he equips headgear or helmets, chat acts like the fashion police and spam says he's just trying to hide his naked, snowy, dandruff bald head. What the fuck are you talking about? Please tell me that this will just fucking show me it.
I'm sorry, but whenever I see it like all caps locked like that, I kind of have to read like that. Do you smell that? I just farted.
I was about to say what the Rock's cooking, but sure.
Surprise! Surprise! I just shit myself. Sorry.
Boy, howdy.
Sorry.
No, that's good. Okay, yeah, that's a very relevant clip to what it was saying. That's great. Sticking to gaps he shouldn't be in. What? A massive running gag where he can't figure out how to leave a zone after wedging himself into a corner. He will spend minutes saying, I don't know if we're supposed to get up here. Yeah, there's gaps. I don't think we're supposed to come back here. Dang, that's funny. Tell me more. I'm sure we'll get to the don't fuck just Garfield. I solve problems that no one has. This is Peddles' official channel tagline. No! The only time that I've said this is fucking when Doug announced his retirement. And I was like, you know, I'll carry up the torch of solving problems that no one has. Thieving chat, waste $1. This is not accurate at all. Ever forward mic drop. It's not, this isn't faux inspiration. Motherfucker, this is what stopped me from fucking dying for half a decade. Thanks, Google. Yeah, no, if chat were to loses a high-stakes match, gets stuck in a map, or crashes his software, chat floods it with ever forward. If you do that, I will genuinely hold it against you. Like, that is an actual insult. That's something I say when I'm genuinely fucking depressed and in a bad spot. And it's like, I need to fucking, like, shit's gonna hurt. We need to fucking move forward. We go ever forward. Okay. Scented candle judgments. What? Guy.
This SMG fires very slowly.
I know, right? Like, for a submachine gun, it's hardly a machine gun at all.
Especially with how, like, the sound design for guns in this game is pretty good.
Yeah, that's fucking... Okay. What about his Garfield jokes. Come on! 1980s landline phone. Peddles owns one of the infamous vintage 1980s Tycho Garfield landline phones. I don't. I do not. Utilizing it as a prop to take calls from fictional bounty hunters or members of the Third, completely ruining his serious fantasy lore with a giant plastic cat. That is not. You should. No. Wait, what the fuck? Real life love for retro pop culture, comic strips, and orange cats. While he uses a shark avatar, he is a self-proclaimed massive Garfield nerd who regularly weaves the lazy, lasagna-loving feline into his streaming bits. No, the fuck I don't! Guarding the lasagna. When he plays survival games, he refuses to build standard kitchens. Instead, he jokes that it must have a lasagna vault to protect his food from rogue orange cats. What? If an in-game food item even remotely resembles a pasta dish, he'll spend several minutes doing a gravelly Garfield impression, claiming he hates Mondays but loves the cooking. He has orange cat. The community spams orange cat emojis, joking that beneath the shark, I am just Garfield in a welding mask. I'll kill any of you who say that. Don't test me, motherfuckers. Gifting him Garfield merch. Wow, that's hilarious. What other Garfield things has he said? The lore of the Garphone beach wash-ups. Okay. Pels has ranted that he considers the French beaches to be holy land, and he wants to go on a pilgrimage to scavenge sacred orange plastic relics from the sea. What? He frequently quotes and praises Garfield minus Garfield. No, I don't. That's real. I'm aware of the phones washing up on the beach. John Arbuckle is the most accurate representation of a lonely millennial blue-collar worker ever written. No, he doesn't smoke crack. If he did, then he'd be accurate. Anyways, complaining about Mondays in a void. He doesn't work a traditional 9-to-5 schedule. I've never had a 9-to-5 schedule. I work more than 9 to 5, thank you, and I don't have a proper schedule. Mondays aren't a day of the week anymore, chat. It's a spiritual state of being. Even if I am a shark in a digital void, I can still feel the weight of an unbaked lasagna in a ruined morning. Wow, that's great. Threatening to mail chat members to Abu Dhabi. Should we look at how Yorick reacts when Peddles starts his Garfield rants? Yeah, let's see what Yorick thinks. Okay, but I meant about Peddles, Garfield related antics. Okay, here we go. They fucking talk as if Yorick's, like, right next to me all the time. Which is a nice thought, but no. Fuck, I'm lonely in this house. Yorick officially refers to him as Sir Peddles. Okay. Yorick's perspective is that driving Peddles around. Yorick doesn't fucking drive me! They might for Pigeon Lake. We haven't decided yet. But, Yorick's perspective is that driving Peddles around feels like transporting a loud, unhinged radio station that only plays 18th century pirate music and complains about lasagna on repeat. What the fuck? Also, I just realized all of these did refer to... The thing where I'm cleaning a stain off of Yorick's pants... They're like, oh yeah, your hyperfixations are like dealing with an over-enthusiastic golden retriever or orange cat. What the fuck? When Peddles starts sounding like a 1980s cartoon, what? Yorick usually responds by telling chat the shark needs a nap, a glass of water, or to be put back in the ocean. What the fuck? The banhammer. They're revoking Peddles' toy privileges and threaten to mute the shark's mic if he hears the plastic eyes click open one more time. This doesn't happen. Treating him like Odie? What the... Nobody tell the fucking jester about this stream or I'll never hear the end of this. Thankfully, they don't like AI, so I think they'll be hesitant to start a joke that was created by a fucking machine accidentally, but who knows, because humor is not linear. Yes, tell them, don't tell them. Mondays are a spiritual void. According to Yorick, Peddles will suddenly stop walking in the middle of a crowded festival just to stare blankly at a shiny metal sword or a food truck smelling like cheese. Motherfucker, what? No? How did Peddles help in recent firefighting efforts in Canada? Spoiler, I did not help. All of this is not true. I did not... Okay, I did say Alberta's sort of burning to the ground around me. That's correct. Wow. What a hero. How did he help an old lady cross the street in Calgary? How much is it going to bullshit here? There's no record. Woo! I'm not getting beaten by like... This is not a regular occurrence, getting beaten with sticks, okay? When people do that, that's a fucking problem. I'm a person. Don't hit me with a fucking stick. fuck? Well, fellas, today's a lovely day outside. I'm gonna go pick haskaps, I think. Good to see that, you know. No, we're not gonna get into that. Good to see that I would need around $4,000 to make that thingy happen. At least I have a starting point. Anyways, stay safe, drink water.